beautiful people, it's Rakita and I'm back with another video. So it's a video / podcast because I'm recording it from YouTube for YouTube and then I have it on the podcast. But if you guys want to be a part of my podcast, all you have to do is just text SCORE to 21,000 and you will definitely be a part of the podcast. But we have Letitia here, a part of the podcast today. So welcome, Letitia. How are you doing?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm doing really good. So let's get right on into your credit. I asked her a few questions before this, everybody, just in case you wanted to, just in case you want to know. I asked her a few questions, but we did not go into the full credit reports. So let me do this. Let me skim over your credit reports, and then I'll just ask you a lot of questions about your credit reports. We'll figure out what's your goals, and then we'll go from there. So I see that we have bankruptcies. We definitely want to get those removed. They're old too, so they should be easier to get removed from your credit reports. So that's one thing I know we definitely need to work on.
Okay.
You have one of your student loans say that you're late, that you were late, but that's back into these student loan is back from 2011 and it's closed now. So when you see like late payments on your student loans, we definitely want to remove those from your credit reports. So that's one thing we definitely want to work on. Let me see. Anything that stands out to me. So a lot of your accounts are paid, which is really good. Oh my gosh. Did you hear when I said that portfolio recovery?
Yes.
You have portfolio recovery too. I'm not going to let them get me, girl. So yeah, we just got to attack them. Because I sent them a letter because I'm not going to let them put that on my credit reports. I'm not going to let them put it in my credit report. So definitely we got to take care of that collection.
Okay.
So we got another collection here. And we have just a few derogatory accounts. Derogatory account means like charge-offs, collections, just anything that, that's negative that we may want to remove. But one of the biggest things I see is like an auto loan. Do you still have that vehicle?
Yes. No. With Exeter Finance, yes.
With Exeter? No, I think this one is LAFCU.
No, I no longer have that one.
You no longer have that one? Okay, we got to get that deleted. Are they trying to sue you or come after you at all?
No.
Okay, good.
Not.
Okay, good. Let's just worry about removing that from your credit reports. And then the last thing, too, you had a lease. At least they called it a rental lease that you had. For it's like, listen to this. Listen to this, though. Experian says that you owe $4,500 and TransUnion says you owe $4,100. Like, how is that possible?
That's a discrepancy, right?
Exactly, and that's why they should remove it from your credit reports. And I do see you have positive accounts, so that's really good. You have positive accounts. I think you have 4 credit cards too. Well, more than 4. More than 4. We have more than 4. I'm counting. I'm just looking. So more than 4 credit cards, and you have installment accounts. So listen, how can I help you? What would you like to accomplish? And then we'll figure out what we have to do because we know it's negative accounts we need to remove. You got the credit cards right now, but what exactly are you trying to accomplish? What is your goals?
My goal is to purchase a home, and then after that, more property. But initially, I want to become a homeowner.
Okay, how soon are you trying to purchase a home? Because I want to set a goal for you. I want to put it on your goals to-do list.
Actually, as soon as I would say at the beginning of 2021.
Oh, that sounds so far away, don't it? 2021, and it's right next month almost.
Right, exactly.
Wow, time is flying. Okay, so at the beginning you said of January?
Yeah, March, March. No later than March. By March, I want to be at somebody's closing table.
Okay. So let's put that down. Let's put the 31st of March, but remember, that's just a goal. That gives us enough time to remove those accounts. Especially the only account that really bother me, like when you're trying to buy a house, they want you to make sure that you don't have more than $2,000 in collections. Sometimes $1,000. And as you know, we have more than that. So we want to definitely work on removing those accounts first, but that gives us enough time to work on removing those accounts. Now, you do have dispute marks on your accounts. Have you tried removing those accounts before?
Hello? I can't if you're speaking, but
Oh.
I can't hear anything.
I
at all.
accidentally muted her, you guys. Oh, I'm so sorry about that. I accidentally
Okay.
muted you with my big finger. But I said, I see that you had, well, I don't know which part you heard, so let me go back a little bit. But I said that that gives us enough time to dispute these accounts, work on removing them from your credit reports, because they don't want you to have more than $2,000 or sometimes $1,000 in collections. And since we have, I think it's like $28,000 for that card, I want us to work on really removing these accounts before we go that step anyway. So that gives us enough time. The March 31st.
Okay, great.
Now, I see that you do have dispute marks on your credit reports. Have you tried removing some of these accounts before?
Yeah, like through Credit Karma, I think there's a feature that you can dispute some items. So yeah, and then at one time earlier in the year, I had a lady that was supposed to be working on my credit, but she didn't really do a great job. She didn't communicate. She didn't do a whole lot, basically. I don't want to go into a whole spiel, but yeah. So early in the year, I had somebody attempting, and they didn't really do what, do anything, basically.
Okay. And so another thing that everybody else, I don't know if I mentioned this, but we got the credit reports from Identity IQ. We can't even see like Equifax, you guys. Like the Equifax credit report is like non-existent, right? Well, no, you know what? I can't necessarily say that. Let me go back up before I say that. Oh, yep, it's non-existent. It's non-existent. Because I don't even
Right,
see...
just a question mark.
Yeah, because you don't even see anything. You don't even see... Like, when you get your credit report, you're going to see, like, your first and last name, all your addresses, your employers. You don't see any of that on Equifax. So I'm not sure why it's like that. But if I were you, I would call Identity IQ and say, hey, what's up? Because, after this, we got to figure out what we need to do to remove those accounts. But we need to know what's on Equifax to do that, too. But I'll definitely tell you a trick on how to remove those accounts that's on Equifax, even when you don't see them. Because sometimes people use Credit Karma and they can't see Experian. So I try to teach them little tricks on how to remove them. So
Right.
one thing that I did talk to her about, you guys, she was married before and she still got her... Wait, are you still married now, or is that your maiden name?
No, I'm not.
You're not married now? So she still have her married name on here. So I told her we need to remove that from her credit reports. Sometimes collections can be attached to your name, your address, your social, and your date of birth. It's easy to change. It's easy to change your address, but when it comes down to changing your name, your social, and your date of birth, it's really hard. But since you technically want to remove that other name, it's going to be easier for you. Which means as soon as you remove that name, a lot of these collections are going to just drop off your credit reports because they're not tied to anything anymore. So those names, and you have a lot of different addresses too. So as soon as we remove that, you should be fine. So what I do suggest, wait, one more thing before, I keep saying one more thing, but it's like a billion things I want to talk about. You have your credit cards right now. How many credit cards do you have in total?
5, let me think.
Okay, so more than 4.
More than 4, yeah.
Have you ever signed up for Kickoff or Self-Lender yet?
I've done self-lender in the past, and that went well, but I closed my account. I paid it off, and I closed my account. And Kickoff is not available in my state, if I'm not mistaken. I tried,
yeah.
and they said it's not available in my state as of yet.
I suggest that you sign back up for Self-Lender.
Okay.
I suggest you sign back up. And the only reason I say that is because it just boosts your credit score. It's just another positive account that's vouching for you.
Okay.
I don't suggest you get any more credit cards right now. Do you know your utilization? Do you know the percentage for your utilization? How much you used on your credit cards?
It's probably 2 of the 5. One is at the top. It's max, and the other ones are pretty good.
Okay. So it can't be that bad.
I think it's saying 21%. 21%. I think it's saying 21%.
Okay, well that's not too bad. We just kind of want to bring that down a little bit more, but I guess over time and you paying that would definitely bring it down. It's not a rush right now because it's not like we finna go get the mortgage tomorrow. So we can just go ahead and bring that down naturally without trying to take drastic measures to bring it down. Now,
Okay.
let me go over your to-do list, and then I want you to let me know, like, if there's anything that you want to specifically ask me or anything you want me to answer for you. So do you have collection companies call you? Because that may be something I need to add to the list. Do you have collection companies calling you?
Just yes, one of them.
Okay. Well, I have a free letter you can send to them.
I'm sorry, go ahead.
I have a free letter that you can send to them. Portfolio Recovery, they're already on your credit report. They don't call you?
I don't think they call me anymore. I think they stopped, if I'm not mistaken.
They stop.
Unless they're using a different number and it's not coming up, but I don't think they do.
Okay. Okay. Well, I suggest that you do this. I want you to work on removing the accounts from your credit reports. And then on top of working on removing the accounts from your credit reports, I'm going to send you the link where you can get the cease and desist letter. It's a free letter that you can get. And all you got to do is send it into the collection companies telling them, do not contact me at all. Do not contact me at all for the company that's calling you. Because getting those calls, a Portfolio Recovery is calling me too. I had to send them a letter. Like, don't call me. Where did you come from? Send them that letter, and then you're going to see your call stop. So anytime you get a collection call, definitely send them that letter. But I really just want you to work on removing them accounts from your credit reports. And when I say removing them accounts from your credit reports, any account that's negative, because I sent you that analyzer, which is all highlighted, that shows you everything that's wrong with the account. Remember you saying, like, it's not 100% correct? When they had the two balances. So yeah, I sent you that so then you can be able to see those accounts at the top. Those are all the negative accounts that you need to remove from your credit reports. So you have two options. If you want me to work on your credit, I can definitely work on your credit, but today is the day that I actually got my own dispute letters out, so you can just do it yourself. So I'll make sure I tag you in both of those so that you'll be able to, choose which one is best for you. I have my light over just in case people wondering, why are you moving your head like that, Akita? But have you ever signed up for Digit yet? Digit
No.
is that savings account. I want you to start saving for your house right now.
Okay.
Yeah, I have the $5,000 saving challenge. I'm gonna drop that for you too. It's a free challenge that you can be a part of. But if you see, I'm already doing it right now. So after 52 weeks, you're supposed to have $5,000. But if you want to double up so that when you get to March, you already have your $5,000, that would be perfect.
Yeah.
And that would
I'll
be really
do that.
perfect.
I definitely want to do that. And I definitely want you to work on the credit for me as well.
Oh, you want us to just work on it? Okay. Well, I'll send you the application then so you can go ahead and get started on that.
Yeah.
Now, do you have any questions for me? I know I've been, talking a lot. Do you have any questions for me?
Not really. Just the concerns about the bankruptcy. I mean, do you have to be really aggressive with those for those to come off, because they really bother me? I entered into them, then I changed my mind, so they all were dismissed. But that's just like the number one thing that's just troubling me as far as my report is. If I had to say the number one thing, it's the bankruptcies, because it's just like when you think of bankruptcy, it just sounds.
It's just bad. It sounds bad. Yeah, I know what you mean. So when it comes down to your bankruptcy, let me see. When is you haven't had a bankruptcy in over 4 years now. So that means you could have been bought a house technically 3 years ago. You could have been got certain credit cards 3 years ago. It's just now that it's mentally messing with you. But technically, you can work on removing them. But I wouldn't let them kill me in the head, because sometimes when you work on removing bankruptcy, it's like the hardest thing that you can remove from your credit reports. I get them removed from the credit reports, but sometimes it comes to the point where, you have the bankruptcy from 2016. It's like Experian will remove it, but I just cannot get it off of TransUnion. I'm so sorry. But I don't want you to see that TransUnion and lose your mind about it. Because I have some clients that filed bankruptcy you know, in 2 or 3 months they in a 700 credit score. That's because they follow certain steps. So don't worry about those bankruptcies. They're not hurting you any. Well, I can't say anymore, but they're not hurting you as much. It's really those collections and counts like that when you get those to leave, they're going to really boost your credit score. But we're going to definitely still attack those bankruptcies aggressively, though. But that you do have to attack them harder. You got to be. Yeah, you got to really get into them because they do not want to remove bankruptcies. They always say it's a fact. Like, what do you mean it's a fact? How do you know it's a fact? You haven't even seen it. So those are much harder.
From purchasing a home, though, is what you're saying.
Nope, you was able to purchase 3 years ago.
Oh, wow.
So
okay.
if you
that's better. That makes me feel a little better.
Yeah, if you file a Chapter 13 bankruptcy, you have to wait 1 year to purchase. If you file a Chapter 7, you got to just wait 2 years.
Okay.
Yeah.
So both are like 2014 and 2015, if I'm remembering correctly. Okay.
Yep, and it was dismissed in 2016 though. So I kind of go off of that dismissed date. Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm going to send you the application. I'm going to send you the complete. You don't really have much that you have to do though, but I just want you to sign back up for that self-lender, and I want you to complete that application. I'm pretty sure you already subscribed to my YouTube channel, correct?
Absolutely.
Thank you. And then I want you to sign up for the $5,000 saving challenge because I'm doing it with y'all, so y'all can see I have the $5,000, and I'm doing it slowly because sometimes you put $25 in. Sometimes, you know, every week you put a certain amount in. You'll put $25 in. You'll put $75 in another week, and then some weeks you'll put $75. It's just different amounts you'll put every week. But after 52 weeks, you'll have that $5,000, and you'll just be surprised by them little pieces that add up to this big amount.
Okay.
Yeah, so definitely sign up for that. And if you ever have any questions, make sure you join my lives. I try to make sure I'm going live more often now. But make sure you join me live.
I was on there last night.
That's good. So if you have any questions, I'll be able to answer them live. And we're going to go ahead. I'll send you over to Israel, and then he'll be able to help you finish getting signed up after you complete your application. But we already got your credit reports. We just need all your personal information so we can start working on everything. And keep this in mind, too.
Okay.
You're going to get a lot of documents in the mail. The documents that come in the mail is very, very important, and I'm really going to need those documents. So if you ever get anything, we're going to give you an online account. Just add them to your online account. And you can check all your credit reports and your results on there. And then hopefully we can have you back in a few months so you can tell us how everything is going.
Absolutely. I have one more question. Do you want me to work on my inquiries? How am I looking with those?
Let me see. Let me look at your inquiries. But that will be something that you'll have to work on. But I always tell people the inquiry should be very easy to get removed from your credit reports. So that's something. Girl, these little baby inquiries.
I didn't know.
You do need. I do suggest you get it removed though. But it's still.
Okay.
You got 4 of them on TransJulia. Most of your inquiries on Experian. You may see that they'll probably remove all these inquiries from Experian today. So if you start working on them now, you should be able to get those removed today. Because mine only took...
Yeah,
so
some of them are current accounts. I wouldn't touch some of them anyway. After listening to your videos, some of them are current accounts. It's just a few that aren't current. I mean, like credit cards that I have now and my current car note, my current car loan, I think. So, yeah.
Yeah, I'm glad you're on that. So yeah, don't mess with the current ones, but the other inquiries that you have, definitely go ahead and remove those. And as we work on removing the bankruptcy, then you can get into bigger accounts. You'll be able to get into bigger accounts, and because that's when the inquiries really gonna come. They're really gonna be looking at how many inquiries you have to try to figure out they should approve you for certain accounts. But go ahead and get that worked on now, and then don't apply for. I don't suggest you apply for any credit right now. Just sit on it and wait. Keep everything low. Do your self-lender because that's gonna really boost you up right now. And just sit down and just relax. Let's not move anything around because like you're right there. Only thing is we just gotta remove those negative accounts because you got the positive.
Okay.
You should be able to see a great increase in your credit score quickly.
Okay, so I'll work on whatever you send today. I'll sign up with self-lender again. Is there any, do you recommend one over the other as far as the products that self-lender has, like the 25 or the 48? Does it matter, or just just get my foot in the back in the door with them.
Well, I do suggest the 48 because I don't want you to pay. If you pick the $25 one, don't forget they're going to make you pay that for 2 years.
Oh,
and I don't want you paying on nothing for 2
okay.
years because one little mess up will ruin us. Oh, you know what I mean? So you don't want to mess up with them. So just go ahead and then as you get closer, well, after you purchase your home, then you can go ahead and close that self-lender account by adding more payments to it, and then they'll just automatically close it and send all your money to you. Because I really don't want you to have it. I just want you to have that great boost right now while we're working to get these items deleted. And then when you get the house, they're gonna see the self-lender. They're gonna see all your credit cards. They're gonna see you ain't have any negative accounts, and they're gonna be like, oh, okay, she good, you know. So I just want you to have it for right now for that extra boost.
Okay, I'm excited. Okay.
I'm excited too. I can't wait to have you back to see like what happened, what's going on. Is it as scary as people make it seem? You know, because sometimes people just be so scared, and I'm like, don't be scared. We got this. We got this.
We got this. Yes, ma'am. Okay.
Well, I'm going to send over your homework / to-do list, and I'm going to see the application. You sign up with Israel, and then we'll just go from there.
Okay, sounds great to me.
Alrighty, thank you. I'll talk to you later. I appreciate you coming onto my podcast.
You're welcome. Thank you. Bye-bye.
You're welcome. Bye-bye. Oh my gosh, you guys. I'm always so nervous just doing an interview. And then I got like a billion things. I need to learn how to be quiet sometimes. And learn how to be quiet. But I have like a billion things I want to say, like, girl, you should do this, this, and that. But I'm like, no overwhelm. You know, and I want to inform you guys. So maybe I shouldn't do too much informing. I don't know. Y'all tell me that. Should I do too much informing while I'm doing the podcast? Because I realize, too, it's so much interrupting to the point where you can't even hear the guest. Maybe I should have you guys tell me to everything that's going on, and then we'll go from there. Because I just go straight in. Fixing stuff like we gotta do this, that. Definitely let me know, you guys. But if you want to be on my podcast, then that's how we're gonna do it. We're gonna have you say everything that you need to say, and then I'll go in and we'll figure out what we need to do. But if you want to be on the podcast, definitely text SCORE to 21,000 to be on my monthly list, and then I'll be able to send you that link, you guys. And if you look down in the description, you'll be able to see that link there too, where you can be able to join the podcast. And it's fairly easy to get started. Just get your credit report, fill out the request to be on my podcast, schedule your time to be on the podcast, and then we're good. I'm going to call you right on time, probably a few minutes early because I want to talk to you a little bit, and we'll go from there. So I'll talk to you guys later. Bye-bye. Do is if you want to try my trick, I want you to opt into Factor Trust. So to opt into Factor Trust, you have to go ahead and click here. So this is the website. I'll have it down in the description. I want you to opt into Factor Trust. So when you opt into Factor Trust, all you're doing is telling them, hey, I want to get credit card offers. And you have to apply. You have to actually give them your name, your address, your social security number, your date of birth. They're a credit bureau. So they're similar to, TransUnion, Equifax, and Experian. Those are the three major ones. But go ahead and click submit. After you click submit, then you want to go ahead and enter that information that I told you that you'll have to submit. Go ahead and submit the information and click confirm. Now, when you submit this, remember, you're telling them I want offers. So be prepared to get a lot of offers in the mail. But that's good because remember, you're trying to build your credit score up. And for you to build your credit score up, you need at least 4 credit cards. Now, let me show you what you can do after you actually opt in. After you opt in, then you have a chance of getting approved for credit cards without them actually checking your credit score. So let's go ahead and go to VictoriaSecrets.com because that's an easy website where you can just test and see if you can do the opt-in. You don't have to get the credit cards, but you can see if you get the pop-up saying you're pre-approved without them checking your credit scores and without them actually give you that hard inquiry. So let's go to VictoriaSecrets.com. So after we go to VictoriaSecrets.com, I want you to put $250 worth of items in your cart. I already have items in my cart because I did not clear my cookies. So if you try this trick and it's not working for you, I want you to clear your cookies. I want you to clear your cookies and I want you to go into incognito mode. And if you want me to go through that, let me just run through it really quickly. You don't have to ask. I'll just do it. Let's go ahead and click the 3 dots here at the top. So it's 3 dots at the top and go to settings. After you go to settings, I want you to put pop into the box. And I'm going to kind of go fast because I don't want to, if you already know this, I don't want to, pull you through it. But I want you to go ahead and click here where you see it's highlighted with the pop. Go ahead and click there, scroll to the bottom, and you want to make sure that you click pop here, and then you allow pop-ups. You make sure that it says allowed. So make sure it says allowed on your computer. Go ahead and click enter again on pop. Let's go ahead and just put pop in again. I want you to go to clear browsing data. That's your cookies. That's when they track you. They know where you've been. So far they say I've been to 169 sites. I downloaded 10 items. Like, they know too much, right? So I want you to clear your data. So after you clear your data, they're not going to have this information anymore. So I want you to go to the Victoria's Secrets website, but I want you to do it in an incognito mode. I'm able to do it without incognito, but I want you to see what it looks like to do it in incognito. And this is actually called the shopping cart trick, what we're going to be doing. So I want you to put Victoria's Secrets here, click submit, click enter, and I want you to put that $200 to $250 worth of items in your cart. So I like to just go ahead and hover over sleep and go to Camisets. But again, it can be any $200 to $250 that you want to go ahead and pick the items. You can pick them yourself. You don't have to go ahead and follow these items, but I suggest you follow them, but you don't have to. And you can always rewind, slow it down, or whatever it takes so that you can go ahead and get this trick to work for you. So I like to click the small, and I like to get 4 of them. And so I get the same items. I don't like to go ahead and get different items. I think it's just too much work and it's not necessary. So I want to add this to my bag. Now I want to click checkout. Now, as you can see here, the items is actually only $198, but with taxes, it's going to put me over that $200 mark. So I'm not concerned about it. So I'm going to click checkout. After you click checkout, you want to check out as a guest. So go ahead and click checkout as a guest. Now, I want you to go ahead and type your information in, that same information that you put into Factor Trust. I want you to put your first and last name here, your address here. I want you to put your phone number and your email address in. And the only reason why you want to put that same exact information, that's because when the Factor Trust sent your information over to these credit card companies, the only thing that they gave them was your name, your address, your phone number, and your email address so that they can mail you stuff, they can email you things, you can get all these different offers, right? So put that same information in here, but I'm going to type this information in of the client that I have. So remember, you want to make sure that this is that same information. If you do not put the information in correct, then they're not going to go ahead and give you that pop-up that I'm going to show you in a second. So I'm just typing in all the information that you will have to put in so that you can get that pop-up. And keep this in mind too. There's over 60 different credit cards that allow you to get credit cards without them checking your credit score. So go ahead, if you get approved for this one, if you get the pop-up, I want you to get the shopping cart trick guide in the description where you can see those 60 different credit cards. So I have all of the information put in. So I just want to verify that everything is correct so we can get the pop-up. So far, everything is correct. I want to click continue to delivery. So after you click continue to delivery, this is the pop-up that you're going to get. It's going to say, congratulations, you're pre-approved for the Victoria's Secret credit card. And this is the pop-up for all of the companies. You should get the same exact pop-up saying that you're pre-approved. Now, they're asking you to pick which credit card you want to get. So I always like to get the pink. If you watch this plenty of times because you're trying to master this trick, then you know I love the pink card. So I'm going to click accept now. And what they're going to ask you for is I want you to put your date of birth here, your last 4 digits of your social twice, and they want you to go ahead and check this box here and click finish, submit for review. So that is what they want you to put here. And remember, after you go ahead and put this information in, they're going to let you know, congratulations, you're pre-approved for $500. You're pre-approved for $1,000. Now, I don't suggest that you actually buy the things on this. I don't suggest that you go ahead and get it. What I would do is I would just exit out. So I would click that X right there. And after they tell you how much you're approved for, they're going to send you that card in the mail. So you can go ahead and look at my guide down in the description. It's called the Shopping Cart Trick Guide. And you'll be able to get those same credit cards that that's on that guide. And remember, they're not going to be checking your credit score, and they're not going to be pulling your credit reports, giving you that hard inquiry. But if you have problems with hard inquiries, then go ahead and look down in the description. I have the hard inquiry removal guide also, where you can go ahead and remove inquiries from your credit reports. But yes, guys, I taught you guys the trick. So now I want you just to implement it. And remember, you want to opt into Factor Trust. After you opt into Factor Trust, it's going to be so many different offers coming in the mail. And now they're going to tell these different companies that you want to get the credit card, which is going to make it easier for you to be able to get them. So if you have any questions, go ahead and call or text me. My phone number is 833-RAKITA. And remember, I'm always here for you. So you can always call or text me. You're my assistants. We're definitely here for you. And if you want me to try to see if I can do this trick for you, I also have a section in the description that says, click here if you want me to try to do the trick for you. And usually that trick can be done within 24 hours so I can see if I can get you pre-approved. If you have any questions, like I said, call or text me. Make sure you subscribe, like this video, and leave a comment with your Cash App so you can be entered into my monthly drawing.